Issue I want to talk about is the issue of our leaders or our fathers from Nigeria, when they keep saying their children lazy, or the leader saying that Nigerians youths are lazy. That is totally lie. What I've learned going around the world today is that nobody they lazy. If you put the right things in place, if you put any government, if you put the right infrastructures in place, the right medical hospitals in place, they put jobs, factories, good roads, security, every good thing. When if anything happen, you know where to go, and when you go there, things will be right for you. Justice, judiciary, all those basics, if they are in place, Nigerian youths are the strongest all over the world to contend with that I've known. Anywhere you go all over the world, all over Africa, when they see Nigeria, they want to compete with them because they want to know if really Nigerian youth are strong enough. Even as bad, as worse as our democracy today, even as bad as things not work out, even as bad as our security is deemed bad, worse in the world, even as bad when we say our judiciary is nothing to reckon with. Our boys out there, when they leave Nigeria, they are one of the best. We have the best doctors all over the world. We have the best in almost everything. We stand out because our government, our leaders, they frustrate the youth because they are scared. That is what I've noticed. They are scared that when the youth stand up, they go overpower them. So they try to bring down the youth, they try to frustrate the youth. They don't want to give them those basic things so that they know if you go into politics, they know if you challenge them, because they won't eat belefu now if you fight. So once the youth eat belefu, they can say, we don't agree. And the government don't get anything to say about that. Okay? If the youth get the good incentives, if they get a job and if you sustain them to eat 1 square meal a day, everybody around Nigeria, the government not going to do it like they do today. So to me, I've thought about this thing a lot of times. Why is it that we cannot have light? Why is it we cannot have good health? Why is it that we cannot have good roads? The only fact when I pick up is say our leaders are scared of giving us those incentives that could give us the strength to thrive ahead of them. Because when we have it, every Nigerian youth will thrive on our politicians, and they cannot do what they are doing because we now have those viable tools to tell them down that no, it cannot happen, not on our watch. So when they starve the youth, the youth have no option than to be bought over because they have no means of survival. Now they will parade some youths, say they commit crime. After say they don't look for who commit crime, they don't see. They go parade the youth, say they thief. After they don't see, look all over, they don't see who do nothing. The other time, somebody confessed Dino in crime, so now give them gun, go commit whatever they committed. This guy was in prison when Dino case was going on then. Dino was looked for when we say they hide, they can't get, they won't put a bounty on him. To the extent Dino was not caught, this guy that was arrested said, I give Dino give him gun. Automatically, they say the guy run come out for prison. They don't see him again. For Nigeria. Yes, he run come for prison. He vanish. He bomb prison. He carry bomb. How did he run come out for police cell? Today, I don't know how that case work. I still wait for if I can get any issue about that. Anybody see that case, I beg, they could afford that to me. I don't know how that case go. That was the end of the case. To the extent Dino turned to actor, started acting movies or fainting. From first degree, he entered second degree, he entered third degree, he entered even doctorate, even professor self, nothing act like that of acting. So that is the country we live in, and that is sad. Dino now, when they say they accuse somebody accused wrongly or whatsoever they say the case was, I don't know how that case went. Somebody accused him for giving him gun. That one, they don't see the person again. So was it that the person was sponsored to hack Dino so that I know if they talk, or did it really happen? Then Dino connives for that person to escape from prison, or what happened? The federal government, what did happen for that thing? I don't deal with that issue. I don't find the man, the spirit when he escaped. He disappeared, vanish, enter water, they don't see him again. What thing happened to that case? I beg, they're gonna try to tell us so that we will learn from them. So that next time when we say they catch any criminal, the person will go learn how to disappear without being seen, to walk off for prison. Then we won't go maybe in a space or on Maybe a son, he enter. No, I don't understand that kind of thing. Nigerian criminals have been Nigerian politicians. I leave that case for her to answer. Because we judge now by our actions. When we don't come out or when we have the power. One day, we will judge all people when they don't rule us. Because we'll get a leader when he go say he want to remember the past. So if we like, we steal all the money from Nigeria today, tomorrow will be different. Your cronies will be gone and nobody to back you guys up. As we can hear this story, we're going to take them from there. We'll carry on with our struggle. One day the youth will stand firm and they will learn how to get what they want. Because one day, these youth that you guys say they are lazy will become more powerful because they will have the tools to fight back and tell you guys, this is enough. It's enough. Thank you.
The siege is finally over. That's right. After 8 days of keeping vigil at the residence of Senator Dino in Abuja, the police have now left the property after the senator surrendered to the police this afternoon. Senator however, caused a stir when he collapsed in the presence of some of his colleagues and his lawyer, Mr. Mike Ozekome, while being led into the police vehicle. Our correspondent, Ajuri Ngalali, reports.
It began 8 days ago with the disappearance of Senator Dino as well as a police siege on his compound.
Senator Dino is wanted by the Nigerian police force for criminal conspiracy and attempted culpable homicide.
And later, a phone call which added to the mystery.
I'm not in Abuja, but I will definitely show myself up when I'm back, but I'm not in Abuja right now.
The senator's account would prove false at approximately 3 p.m. this afternoon, when a police siege, which began with the dramatic disappearance of Senator Dino concludes in theatrical fashion.
Yeah, in this ongoing movie, like I told you before, you see Dino here performing his acting movie again. Like I told you, he's the professor of feintology. And he is very good. He's a good feinter. Everybody knows that he does very well. He's more or less better than Professor Pondei, who fainted during the NDDC hearing last time. So if you have a good look at that, you will make up your mind, make up your judgment, what you think. Who is the better fainter or who is the real professor of feintology in Nigeria? Thank you very much. Just look at it, have a good look, make a judgment, and leave a comment below. Thank you.
Don't be pushing yourself. Be careful, because take it easy. Don't give me any water. Don't give me water so that my brother should be there as well. Come, we need some. When the council like this, I don't know. See, come. They did a bank call. Hey, please hold it, I beg. Maybe by the time the robber see the season now this time. Wait on my brother.
What kind of wala is this? Where is the match one first? Take.
At this time, the level of cooperation between the arrested senator and police investigators is unknown. Currently, Senator Dino is on bed rest at the police clinic in Abuja. While the standoff at Senator Malai's home is now over, the investigation to uncover who was behind the near-fatal shooting of Sergeant Danjuma Saliu continues. Ajuri Ngalali, Channels Television News.
Let's move to our major story of the day. Call it a political intrigue, you may not be wrong, but it carries a big tag of crime and accusations, and it will be treated as such. Police have declared 8 people, including the senator representing Kogi West, Dino Melaye, wanted for various offenses. 6 of the suspects, including 2 men earlier paraded by the police for illegal possession of firearms, allegedly supplied by Senator Melaye, escaped from custody today Here is a video where the suspect was testifying against the senator. He said he got the arms from him. This was some days back.
Okay. Given to you by who?
Because of 19 years.
Who give by who? Who gave them?
Dino gave me.
Dino gave you?
Yes, sir.
Who is Dino? Is he a senator?
Dino Melai.
Melai?
Yes, sir.
The senator.
He gave you to do what to teach? So now you can train my boys because of 19 election.
So today, the man you saw in that video has escaped. The police commissioner in Kogi State confirmed the jailbreak to the media, and the spokesperson says the suspects were being detained by the police in Lokoja, the Kogi State capital, as investigations into the allegations continue. On March 19th, the first public relations officer, Jimo Moshood, paraded the suspects said to be part of an armed gang terrorizing Kogi State.
SARS cell in A division was broken by suspect, and 6 suspects escaped. The names of the suspects are Kabiru Saidu aka Osama, Nuhu Salihu aka Small, Aliyu Isa, Adam Suleiman, Emmanuel Audu, and Musa Mohammed, who are under detention at the A division Lokoja, who escaped from lawful custody this morning. The 4 suspects I mentioned were under court remand. They were remanded by court, and the 2 of them were involved in the case of Dino Melai. If the members of the press can recall.
The coming video is the investigation ongoing years ago regarding the mismanagement of or looting of 40 billion naira meant for NDDC, where Professor Pondei and his cronies were interrogated, and Professor Pondei fainted during interrogation, so where the case was now adjourned till he go house, go prepare himself again for the next hearing. Follow him and throw some likes, subscribe, and click the button for notification. Thank you.
Point about the different things. We've been accused of the scholarships. We didn't give scholarships, but we had the report that myself and Dr. Cairo, that we paid ourselves scholarships. And the basic truth is that we were processing these scholarships for these students before the late EDFA died. And just as we were about to submit it, we had accusations that our children were in the scholarship list. This had to be brought back and scrutinized. What basically happened is that, like, the universities invited the NDDC to visit for verification and for graduation. They gave the letters, and ESTA code was prepared. The preparation of the ESTA code started before I got to NDDC. I only approved it, and it was paid on the 16th of April. Because you cannot pay somebody ESTA code the day the person is going to the airport. You have to get a visa procured. There's a long time. If the journey is not made, it is for us to return it. But somebody will come here and come and say, Cairo paid millions to his account for foreign scholarship. Please, we need to debunk that. Right now, as we speak, the scholarship payments is being processed, and this week we'll clear the scholarships from 2016. The forensic audit, we've been accused of every type of thing. The forensic audit is ongoing, and I will not go into that. The NDDC does not have control over the forensic audits. Our job is to provide the enabling environment and provide the requisite documents and whatever they need. Somebody here said the headquarters building is 74 or whatever. Please, I will have put this on the slide to show you the pictures of where the state is now. Myself and Dr. Cairo, we occupy the 12th floor. That's where we work from. Then when we came in, the staff morale was very low. Staff had not been promoted for 4 years. We cleared backlog of these promotions. Sorry, this is the secretariat. Postponing the trip. Take these ones for Infant Jesus and Vincent Peter Road. Then bad working environment. Somebody, if you have Infant Jesus is a road in Delta State, in Asaba. Please, the environment in the NDDC headquarters today is very poor. If you've been there, cramped, packed rooms. So somebody is talking about there's no justification to go to a new headquarters building that's been going on for almost 20 years. Lassa fever kits, maternal delivery kits, science equipment for secondary schools, all those contracts and payments were before the IMC2 came on board. We didn't do any Lassa fever payments. Lassa fever payments, let me give you the expenditure profile of the IMC before me, so that you can see the payments. I'm going to give you the documents of the Lassa fever kits and everything before we came in. Then I think I'll stop for now. But the thing is that, like, we've gone through a media trial and be judged. I've seen all things about face of a thief, my face, a thief, my face, a thief, my face, a thief, my face, a thief, my face of a thief, with no proof of me stealing anything. I'm going to get documents to hand over to Secretariat so that you can. Thank you.
Hello, honorable colleagues. Honorable colleagues, you heard the MD. So, if any member that has question in relation to the presentation that you have made,
Mr. Chairman,
you are faithful.
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Chairman,
Honorable Ben,
Mr. Chairman,
Honorable Ben, Papa, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is Honorable Ben Roland Igbakwa. I represent Ethiopia East, Ethiopia West, and by the special grace of God, we're from Delta State. MD, sir, you know you are my brother. Who authorizes the information that leaves NDDC? I want it to be interactive.
Sorry.
What you publish in pages of newspaper and television interviews?
Television news. We have a corporate affairs directorate.
Who authorizes them before they go out?
I do.
You do?
Yes.
On Monday, June 29, 2020,
okay,
there were a number of daily newspaper publications signed by one Charles Odili, Director Corporate Affairs. And in that publication, you said, that's as of June 29, because just here now, you told us May that you've only paid about 38 million. And in that publication, the total you said you have paid was 35 billion 932 910.54. Can you explain the discrepancies between what you just told us and that publication, if you actually approve that information out to the public?
I actually approved it, and even in this my small report, it is clearly stated there that as per the 31st of May, 38.6 billion had been paid for projects.
The publication is for June 29.
Yes, we were showing 35. What had been paid as per the 5th of May, when the National Assembly made the allegations of 40 billion naira missing. We needed to show that there was no 40 billion naira missing, so we calculated the payments as per that 5th of May, and that's what was published.
Now, but what you have paid as at May is
38.6,
and as at June you added more to it.
Of course,
you do fresh payments.
I mean, the NDDC is not a bank. We don't save money, and as I said, we were trying to clear backlogs because we have cases in the court, garnishee orders. We just even finished paying a contractor who won cases against us, 400 million naira.
Okay, that's one.
And because of that...
Don't worry, that's good, that's good. You told us, we have listened to you, we listened to what you did in the Senate, where you said that a whopping 1.5 billion is to take care of ourselves. Is there any budget line to authorize that take care of ourselves in the budget of 2019 that we approved for you?
I mean, like, if I had said take care of ourselves, I must have said that in anger.
MD.
Yes, sir.
Please. You are before this committee. Answer the question direct. Because you are under oath.
I'm under oath.
Yes.
Yeah.
Answer the question. That the 1.5 billion COVID-19 palliative you took.
It was not 1.5 billion, please. The figure is shown clearly.
Tell us the figure.
It's 1.32.
1.32
billion, yes.
1.32 billion.
Yes.
Now the question the honorable House member is asking you, where did you have in the budget line in 2019 where you derived that power to spend that money? That's the question.
I will provide that answer for you. I will check. I don't want to lie on that oath. I will provide the answer for you.
MD. MD.
Yes, sir.
I know you are a very learned person. You are one of the most learned person in this room. You don't have answer for it now. Okay. It means you spent money. Can you agree with us? Will it be right for us to say that you did extra budgeted expenses, which was not budgeted for?
I will not say so. Let me ask my EDP to explain, because I don't want to. I think he has more facts concerning that.
Is he under oath?
Okay, it's not under oath. No. That's why I said I will provide the answer. I said I will provide the answer.
Now, MD, you have the budget with you. The budget of 2019, you have it with you. Correct? MD, 2019 budget in which you have told this committee that is the budget you are operating on. You have it.
Mr. Chairman, I said I will provide the answer to you.
No. You have the budget with you.
In front of me, yes, sir.
The budget you are operating. 2019 budget.
I will provide the answer, Mr. Chairman, sir.
No.
We'll bring this to you, sir. We'll bring this to you. It will be sent to your committee.
MD.
Mr. Chairman, sir.
MD.
Mr. Chairman, sir.
The budget of 2019, you tendered it. Yeah.
I tendered
You tendered the budget of 2019. Yeah.
I gave the letter from...
That is not the budget. That's not the budget we signed. The budget we signed for you in 2019. You have it here.
Okay, they said they have gone to make copies. I said we'll provide this to you.
Okay, you don't have the budget here.
Yes, I don't have it.
You don't have the budget
here. I don't have it here. It will be provided to you. But I don't know if other people who...
Mr. Chairman, sir.
Yeah.
Mr. Chairman, sir. Please, Mr. Chairman. My leaders and colleagues, Mr. Chairman, with your permission, may I request that the clerk of the secretariat furnishes this gentleman a copy of the budget we approved for him. If you are not harmed, because I've read the letter given to you, you have various documents that you are asked to furnish this committee. So if you don't have the budget here, we have a committee on library and research. The clerk, please get us a copy of the 2019 approved budget for the acting MD.
Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, no, I'm coming. I'm coming. Please, my honorable colleagues, I would love the chairman to allow the acting MD to ask the other person to take an oath so that he can answer the question, not till we wait for him. Please.
See, MD, my leaders and colleagues, pursuant to Section 20, it is the MD that we have business with here. Excuse me, sir. Don't worry, sir. We will help you. We will help you to get to that everybody gets justice here. Madam Clerk, let's have a copy of the approved budget. Then, Mr. Chairman, colleagues, we now begin to look at all the expenditure he has incurred, whether they are contained in the budget or not. And if the debt we are paying, if they are captured in the budget, we also see it there. It is then we can come to a conclusion. A procurement scholar is there. Yes.
Okay, Mr. Chairman. MD, please. From the report that you have given, the financial report, acting MD, from the financial report, how much did you receive anytime there? How much did you receive from the time this interim management committee has been set up? How much has the interim management committee received? There's not his own committee, please. Yes. Your mic.
From the federal government remittances.
Yeah. Including revenue.
In total, I'm trying to break down. We get about 6.4 billion monthly, which stopped in June. Well, we've not done anything since June. Then we have some payments from the oil companies, very little. How much? I computed it before, but
MD.
Yes, sir.
You are the chief accounting officer of the commission.
I agree with you, sir.
How much have you received? This interim management committee, how much have you received so far?
So far, this interim management committee will have received about 72 billion.
Mr. Chairman, in accounting parlance, we don't say about 2 plus 2 is 4. So, acting MD, with documentary evidence,
I will provide that.
No, sir, excuse me, sir. If you don't have them here, then we are being ambushed. Then we're not able to do anything. So we have to speak to records. No meanderings. Let us speak to records. Your DFA should be handy. It should be around you here to support you, to help you. You came on board in February. Between February and July, or June, let's say June, how much have you received from various sources as captured in the act setting up NDDC? I think that's section NDDC Act.
He's trying to say.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, sir, while the MD is trying to give us how much he received from January to date, MD, I have a question for you. You paid AKMD. You paid 641 million naira to Clear Point Communication. 641 million to Clear Point Communication. You paid to them as the MD of NDDC. Is that money budgeted for in 2019? What are the money meant for? 641 million to Clear Point Communication. What are the purpose of the money paid to them? And is this money budgeted to in 2019 budget for Clear Point Communication? Thank you.
Yes, sir. This money is part of the 2.5 billion naira that is in for the forensic audit in the 2019 budget.
We can't hear you well, sir. Andy.
Yes, sir.
Please speak out. Speak out.
For the 2019 budget,
yes,
there was a proposal for 2.5 billion for the forensic audit, out of which about 1.2 was approved. And out of that, I think 318 was approved for the lead forensic auditors, and only a small percentage has been paid out before the budget expired on the 31st.
Yeah. You didn't say anything about it. Okay. Sorry. MD.
Yes, sir.
I believe I'm the one that ask questions and should be answered so that Nigerians should know.
Yeah.
I said, this money you paid to ClearPoint Communication, the money entails for what? What did you contract?
Okay, the purpose for the...
Just hold on. Hold on. What this money entails for? And is this money budgeted in 2019? That's my question to you.
Okay, thank you very much. The money was paid to ClearPoint Communication for a variety of purposes, all related to the forensic audits. There are 185 local government areas, and each of them was budgeted for 3.46 million. Allowances for coordinators per local government area, training for the coordinators, setting up of information desk for the coordinators. These coordinators are the people to identify the sites of all the projects in the NDDC area. Because part of the problems, if you read the Auditor General's report on NDDC between 2008 and 2012.
Okay, hold on. You contracted ClearPoint Communication to itemize or point the project you have in NDDC areas? Is that what you're trying to say?
They will get local people in each of the local government. They will recruit local people in each of the local government areas to identify this sites.
The site for what?
Where the NDDC projects are. Okay. Because most times when they go for inspection, people are not able to locate these projects. And so we needed local people who will guide and
so
also...
You pay, hold on, so you pay 641 million for a ClearPoint Communication, maybe a consulting company, to ask people to locate projects of NDDC.
Listen,
your own project.
Listen, sir. The people need to be trained also as pointers for projects. If you listen, we were trying to change the narrative. If you
Mr. Chairman, just leave. I didn't finish. I still. Sorry, please. Sorry. So the ClearPoint, the only work we contract ClearPoint to do is to ask people to point project for you.
ClearPoint has been a consultant in the NDDC before I even came in. ClearPoint has been...
But it's named ClearPoint Communication.
They are putting desks, tables, and help desks, communication desks in all the places to locate the projects.
Okay, is that budgeted in 2019? Is 641 budgeted for ClearPoint in a line item of 2019 budget? Is it budgeted for that purpose, to ClearPoint Communication?
I wouldn't say it was ClearPoint is written in that budget as a line item. I don't think so.
Okay, again, you paid 536 million naira to a company with the tagging of the campaign Save Life in the Niger Delta area. That company, we want to know the company. And is this 531 million equally budgeted to save lives of Niger Delta people? That's another question for you. Save Life campaign, 536 million naira. You paid it. I'm bringing out issues based on the report you give us to the committee. 641 to ClearPoint Communication, 536 to Save Life campaign in the Niger Delta area.
I will need to check and get back to you.
You need to check?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Next thing.
Chairman. Which one is saving like? Mr. Chairman, thank you for yielding the floor to me, Mr. Chairman. Do I have the floor?
Yes. Yeah, you have the floor.
All right. Mr. Chairman.
For everyone watching this movie now, make una watch closely. When I go see Professor Pondei, look back, and I say you don't signal somebody, say, Bob, I want to faint now. Now, before you know it, he begin to find himself. And when that guy question the call, they don't tell him, say, man, this guy question, you know, if you answer them, you get to faint now. So before you know it, the guy started fainting. Begin to perform the fainting skill. They find himself very nice slump down. As he slumped down, one guy, like all of them plan out, or you know about the fainting skills. Now the guy comes, set his hands from back, shook his hand inside Pondei mouth. If now refaint Pondei, they fail, that guy hand don't come out. Shook his hand for a mouth, call they won't put his face, like say, won't kiss him. Now Pondei smell the mouth, be like, say, man, that guy mouth too smell, they don't feel withstand the smell. Now I wake up. Think he said the guy go leave her. Now I faint again. As he faint again, finally that guy, the same guy again, set his hands, shook his hand for a mouth, they won't kiss Pondei again. Now Pondei, nothing withstand now, come from, say, don't come back. Finally, that was how it was all called off. That was the end of the questioning for that day. To go home, to go prepare again for another day. To prepare himself come. But that's not prepare come today. Because the lie, when all the lies went in the lie, he was being caught red-handed. So you have to go and prepare again for another day. Thank you. When I watch this video, when I make a comment, and don't forget to subscribe and share this video to everyone. Thank you.
Under Section 80 of the 1999 Constitution, which guides us, apart from lawmaking, the other job we do is oversight. We have this power of the purse. It's one of the strongest, one of the most important powers we have. Power of the purse. That purse is the budget. And that is why virtually every question we are asking you here has to do with the budget. The budget is very important, even to private individuals, because you are not expected as an agency to spend money outside your budget. I hope you know that. Yes. Now, you told us under oath right here that you are still preparing to pay money to students who are on scholarship. Now, we are aware that you don't have a 2020 budget yet. What you are operating is the 2019 budget, which, as you know and as we know, ended May 31st, 2020. We are now in July. So you are not expected to be spending money from budget 2019 that has expired. From where are you going to spend this money you said here on oath that you are preparing to pay students who are on scholarship? Are you aware that every expenditure you make from 31st May till date are not lying to go out, lying to go out, lying to go out, lying to go out. No. Their strategy, but we're lying to go out.
When things work the wrong way. If you see an athlete when they did Nigeria, after a little while, they get to go out of the country because if they break their leg or they get injury, there'll be insurance to cover them. In Nigeria, if you're an athlete and you break your leg, your career gone. If you be wrestler for Nigeria, you break your hand, they will go look for one village, they will tie your hands and say, your hand will come bend. You know, confident use them again. You will hit that position. Your time don't go. If they do anything when they require physical strength, you go stay in Nigeria, you won't go. Your career don't go. So if you think a lie, like make you see this movie I want to show Nana, they call them rubber leg in MMA. Mixed martial arts. Wrestling. They couldn't see them. They couldn't judge. But then I wait till you go support your pikin when he did Nigeria, you get power, you get skill, they can go do. They make many money inside, but you go support your pikin, go do this, you tell me, MMA.
Let's get it going. Blake, what should we look for out of Mr. Chris Williams here?
Man, I'd look at him for a lot of power. He's got extreme strength in the gym. It's just very, very, very impressive.
Oh, nice knee there from Jonathan King. Let's see if he can get a victory for Man Buns tonight, as there was not one earlier.
That's it. It's done. Oh my goodness.
Medical.
Obviously, they're going to get medical attention in there right now.
All right, they need a.
Mr. Williams definitely has a broken leg there.
That is a broken leg. We need to get the medical team out here right now. Wow, that was
we are going to have to take a short break here, guys.
Short intermission.
For this to be addressed.
Oh my.
Medical team needs to be on standby right now.
Look at that, doctor got right in there.
The doctor's already in there right now.
All right.
And Uriah Hall. Blue trunks for Weidman, black trunks for Uriah Hall. On Monday, Hall was the favorite. He closes a slight plus 105 betting underdog per DraftKings Sportsbook.